What up, Guardians? Just call me Swift, and in this one we're going over the Disgraced Grandmaster Easy Guide. Alright, so jumping right in this Grandmaster you're going to have mostly barriers and unstoppables, arc shields, and solar shields. So let's go ahead and take a look at our loadout. Alright, so for my loadout I run a Hung Jury for barrier champions, Salvager Salvo for trash mobs, and then an Anarchy for those tough mini bosses. Alright, so full disclosure here, if you think you're going to run the Anarchy and just burn the boss away, it's not going to happen. She's time gated and does not easily take a lot of damage. So if you don't have the Anarchy, something like the Swarm will work just fine. Also, in those energy slots, you can run something like a Trusty or a Pleiades Corrector like my teammates did. Alright, let's talk about mods. Now, typically in a Grandmaster, I'll always wear Sniper Resistance and Concussive Dampener. However, there isn't many snipers in here, so wear double concussives or concussive and arc resistance. Of course, you'll want to wear Barrier and Unstoppable, and because our strategy in this guide is based around the Warlock's Dustfield Grenades, a couple of Firepower mods won't hurt. Now this is where the Demolitionist on my Salvo and the Wellspring on my Scout all tie in. All of this is designed to help bring back my grenades quicker. Alright, so if you only have one Warlock, go ahead and throw your Stasis Turret in the room that you're standing. This will allow the turret to shoot adds in multiple directions and stop them from coming into the room with you. Now if you have two or more Warlocks, go ahead and throw one of those Stasis Turrets to the left. This will freeze those left side adds and allow you to kill the ones on the right. Focus the barrier champs, but do it from a distance. No need to stand in the laneways. Now immediately after taking out the two barrier champs, be aware that the Shanks and the Marauders are going to spawn to your right side. Freeze them and take them out quickly. Once that's done, take out the adds on the left and look for another barrier champ to spawn. Quickly take him out and get ready to get in the next room. Entering the next area, your instincts are going to tell you to fight at the top of the stairs. Don't do this because the gate will close on you. Instead, throw your turrets inside the room and fight from behind the console. Focus the barrier champ and the adds inside the room. Once you've done this, focus the one that's just outside the room. Doing this will prevent it from tethering any of the adds and stopping you from killing them. From here, this fight is pretty basic. Take your time, sit back in the room, take out the witches, and all the adds that keep on coming up the stairs. There's no need to rush out and get yourself killed. Alright, so now that most of the adds are cleaned up, you'll probably want to turn your attention to the barrier knights on the platforms. My only issue with this is that the knights tend to jump off the platforms and it becomes a waste of ammo. What I would suggest instead is take out the shriekers. That'll give you some room to move around and focus the barrier champs. After defeating the barrier champs on top of the platforms, there will be an additional two found down at the bottom. Take them and the acolytes out, collect your ammo and move to the next area. Now the next area is pretty simple. You'll find two barrier servitors at the end of this hallway. They'll be tethering the adds, so just freeze them and take them out quickly. Alright, so we're in the area where we'll first see Navoda. Throw your ice turret in the back. That'll freeze all the adds and the barrier champs that are going to spawn. Sit back, take out all the thralls and the barrier champs. Remember that her splash damage is no joke. Now once you've cleared all the adds and taken out the witches, an unstoppable ogre will spawn. Take him out, then move to the right side of the map. From here you'll be able to focus the barrier champ sitting high up on the platform. Once you've gotten him out of the way, you'll be able to clear all the adds relatively easily. Now once you've taken out all the adds on the top of the mound or the hill or whatever you want to call it, you'll find some barrier knights at the top. Go ahead and beat up on them, because they'll be the last guy standing in your way before we start the final boss encounter. Now immediately upon entering the room where you fight Navoda, you'll find a couple of spaces where you can hide. Now these spaces are good in a crunch, but what I found out after running it 3 or 4 times is it's better to rotate and know when the adds are spawning. That way you can get into a position where you can fight from cover. Alright, so as I said before, this fight with her is time gated. You're just going to have to duke it out with her, but not a problem. You should have a ton of lives at this point. Once you get her to the point where she first disappears, you'll have a bunch of adds immediately spawn on your left. Do whatever you need to do to take out all the adds. Just keep in mind that once you take out that last knight, she will spawn on the platform above you. When she does, she'll be bringing hordes of thralls. Just keep in mind that they'll be in the room. Keep away from them. Stay alive. Now once you put some more damage on her, she'll disappear. Once she does this, there'll be a bunch of adds spawning on the left once again. One of them will be an unstoppable ogre. Once you take him out, there will be another set of ogres that will spawn at the bottom. Take out the ogre, she'll spawn again at the top. Now if you rotate, you'll be able to fight her from below with relatively good cover. You'll be able to see the thralls, and if you throw out your stasis grenade, you'll be able to freeze them before they get to you. Now the rest of this fight is pretty basic. You'll have to do damage on her until she disappears again. Stay in cover, keep an eye out for the cursed thrall that'll be spawning in on your left. Do damage, kill Navoda, collect your rewards. Now, I will say this, in most of our runs, we ran at least 2 Warlocks. Now, if you don't have 2 Warlocks, that's not an issue. You can run a Titan with Ursa, which works really well, or a Shade Step Hunter with an Ami Oculus or a 6-path chess piece if you don't have that. Either way, this one is pretty easy. Collect your rewards, and once again, just call me Swift, and I'm out.